I'm going to tell you guys the flaw in Steven Crowder's logic, but first, watch this.
If you're that scared of black people, don't come around black people.
They're not scared, they're tired of it.
Well, don't stay away from us.
Great.
You got your own area.
Then don't ask them to pay for it.
And we're not
because once again.
Oh, so you want them to stay away but foot the bill.
So you got to do that with everything
and now
else
it's
in
the kid, now it's the boodle, and nothing is it. Stay away from us but pay for us. Do you realize that guy's going to hate you?
Ignoring that other side of the coin. If we're going to do that, if we're going to give you that, then you got to go through everything and you got to give us the same thing. We're not going to pay for certain shit that we don't agree with.
Can I ask you something real talk? While we're having real talk, why do young black men fight in packs?
What does that have to do with it?
Why would we see a World Star video?
I know personal experience. Young Asians fight in packs more than young black.
No, I'm talking about every time I tune in.
I used to be a club bouncer, so I'm
talking about video.
Okay, I do want to. There's only like, what, 5 seconds, so let's finish.
After video of a defenseless person on the ground getting stomped by 8 people.
If you're that.
You know, he says, great, they don't ask them to pay for it. He's talking about reparations.
Great.
You got your own area.
Then don't ask them to pay for it.
I say, mind you, slavery lasted for 246 years. About 470,000 slaves were brought to the U.S. 470,000 people weren't paid a penny to work on U.S. soil. Okay? Literally snatched up from their homes, sent over here, worked their entire lives. I'm talking their entire lives on these plantations, on these fields, building up the U.S. economy, wasn't paid a penny. Average laborer earned about $1 a day in 1700. It's about $80 adjusted to current times. Therefore, U.S. owes black people about $3.3 trillion in unpaid wages. Okay, now, of course, there's going to be people that are like, we don't owe you a da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. You can call us whatever you want, but it's still 3.3 trillion low end, by the way. That's not even... If I actually wanted to give you a very fair, and I mean a very fair number, that's actually a low ball. A very fair number would be much higher, because I'm not really counting the adjusted inflation over the other 100 years. Okay, that's only $1 a day, right? Here's the thing. I don't think we're going to get reparations. This isn't the point of that comment. The point of that comment is that that's the effective value that black people did as slaves within that 246 years. We're not counting anything else, just those 246 years. That's the effective value that the black people put into the U.S. economy. Blood, sweat, tears, literally the entire the entire trio. That's what black people put into this country. But let's talk about the main meat of what they were talking about with, if you're that scared of black people, don't come around black people. And they say they're not scared, they're tired of it. There's this whole thing with people using black fatigue. All right? Now they're misusing black fatigue because black fatigue is actually a term that was coined by a black person, a black author, Mary Frances Winters. This black woman right here, she coined that term. Black fatigue is a term used to describe black people in the United States who are experiencing psychological and physical problems caused by various factors, including systematic racism. This was invented by her in 2020 when she published a book in which the term was first used. So I have black fatigue. Now I'm going to take back that word. That's actually ours. I'm going to take that back. If the white people use it, I'll just laugh and be like, yes, I also have black fatigue. I'm tired of white people. I'm tired of systematic racism. I'm tired of being targeted for no reason. You don't like feeling targeted. Why should we? Right? We need to stop this back and forth thing where it's like, oh, black people did X, so I'm going to do Y. Well, people don't care about slavery. They don't think that it was bad. We've already covered this in this channel. That's an issue in itself. So when we talk about, oh, white people are being tired, they're tired of black people and their antics. A lot of the times, black people, any issues that are in the black community, it's put on a speaker because there's a narrative that black people are terrible, right? So every time a black person does anything bad, it's reflected on the entirety of black people, okay? Literally, one person can go outside right now, do something bad, do something terrible, and that person's actions is going to reflect the entirety, the whole of the group. Not only that, but the worst of us. The average black person isn't a criminal. So actually only a small percentage of black people commit crime. The vast majority don't. The percentage that do make up all of our crime statistics overwhelmingly, meaning they're repeat offenders. Okay, so The black community actually has an issue with repeat offenders. The average black person they're not a felon, okay? You can go down the street, talk to a random black person. They probably have never done any crime or hadn't done any crime that amounts to violent crime, right? So it's actually very easy to find crime-free black neighborhoods, all right? The offenders are like the repeat offenders, okay? The guy who goes in and out of jail, that type of thing, that's an issue. That's what makes up that actual overwhelming majority, okay? So according to the Bureau of Justice Statistics BGS data from 2005 to 2019, the rate of violent victimization of black persons aged 12 or older fell 43% from 32.7 to 18.7 victimizations per 1,000, while for white persons it fell 24% from 22.7 to 21.0 per 1,000. In the period of 2017 through 2021, the victimization rate for black non-Hispanic persons was 19.4 per 1,000. White non-Hispanic was 19.8 per 1,000. So while the rates differ in certain categories, the overall victimization rates are not dramatically different when controlling for broad measures, meaning we're actually all pretty much the same level in terms of victimization. Now, again, it's over bloated, it's over conflated because of these repeat offenders, which is apparent because when you actually look at it, it paints an entirely different narrative. These broad strokes to cover black people is very harming and damaging to our communities. Not all of us are YNs. I don't even know how to say that. I was going to say the whole full thing, but no, not all of us are YNs, all right? Not all of us are doing crimes or out there attacking people, stealing from people, robbing people, carjacking. Not all of us are doing that. It's only the violent few that are. And to paint every black person as a violent criminal is being disingenuous, being evil, and it's being racist because you're treating every black person as a criminal. You're assuming they are criminals because they're black. You literally look at their skin color, you're like, wow, they're probably not so smart and they probably go into a lot of crime. That in itself is the issue. That's the problem. A lot of people are looking at what happened to Irina Zarutska and they're saying, that's it. That's the problem. That's the issue with black America. You can get on a bus and then a random black person is likely to stab you to death for no apparent reason. But then everybody forgets about Nia Wilson, which literally is the flip-flop of the situation. Literally just the races are changed. It's a black girl, it's a white guy, and yeah, he does basically the same thing. He kills her on the train for no reason, or the bus for no reason, all right? On public transport, all right? Nobody cares about Nia Wilson. Why? Nia Wilson is actually an American. Irina Zarutska was actually a Ukrainian person, all right? She was not American. Yet she's being treated as such, like she was worth more. She's more valuable because of her white skin. That's something that gets under our skin as black people in America. We're Americans. We sing the red, white, and blue song. We do the Pledge of Allegiance. We're out here every single day, making things work in our communities, helping the economy, saving people's lives as emergency services personnel, waiting at your table, working on your car, doing all this amazing stuff. And we are reduced to the worst people in our communities. We're reduced to the most negative qualities of the people in our community that have a problem. You can't paint us with this broad brush. That's my point. That's the point that I'm making right now. And the fact that people are looking at the Irina Zarutska thing and they're like, oh, black people are terrible. And this is proof. While they're not looking at the Nia Wilson thing and saying, you know, there might be an issue with people being repeat offenders and getting out. We should probably try to do something to quell these people, maybe get these people out of situations to where they can harm innocent people. That should be the actual discussion. The discussion actually is now, oh, it's black people that are the issue. Black people that are the problem. Again, I do appreciate Steven Crowder for at least trying to talk to people. He does have another video where he's talking about, oh, black people are... He does have another video where he's like, the problem is that black culture and da-da-da-da-da. And then he alludes to this conversation, or at least this story that happened where he's at this water slide park and this black kid with no manners is pushing his son or whatever out the way. And he asked his son, like, what's going on? And he's like, well, some people are just in a hurry, right? And he uses that to go, wow, you know, black culture, this is an issue. When really it was just a fucking bad parent. And that happens in every type of fucking racial group. There's at least some people that just don't know how to teach their kids correctly. And that's it. Has nothing to do with black culture. As a child, I was the white kid in this scenario. I've been in situations where people have been like, oh, pushing me out the way or whatever. I'm like, I don't care. I was raised right. I was raised correctly. I'm going to go ahead and let them do whatever they're going to do. Now, if they put their hands on me and started like attacking me, right, in that sort of fashion, then I'll protect myself. But if a person's like, shoving me out the way because they want to do something, fine, whatever. Go ahead, do it. I was raised correctly. I'm not going to attack you because you're impatient or you're an asshole. All right. I'm not a fucking uncivilized, barbaric person. All right. Not anybody should be an uncivilized, barbaric person. You should always teach your kids manners, but that's neither here nor there. Again, painting people with broad brushes is not effective. It's not effective. Okay. You're not going to get anywhere with going, wow, this one guy who lives 5 counties over, he did something really terrible. So that means you probably have the capacity to do something really terrible because you have the same hair color or same skin color or same eye shape. So I'm going to go ahead and be super biased against you. That it doesn't get us anywhere. All right. I judge people by the quality of their character. That's something that's actually super rare nowadays because people don't give a fuck about actually what you do or how you do it or what you say or how you say it or how you actually operate in real life. As long as your color is a different color than theirs, that's all they need to start hating you. And that's fucking stupid. Like, comment, subscribe. See you guys later.